Hey everyone, it's me again, back at SuperCharged in Edison, New Jersey for the SuperLeague. This is week one of our divisional heats and divisional racing. I have qualified for Division 1 pretty comfortably this time, which is good. That's usually I'm just squeaking in on the back end of one, so that's an improvement for me. We are back on track to my less favorite, but I'm feeling a lot more confident in this track. I'm not sure what it is, but I just feel a lot more comfortable on this track now. No, I'm not sure what breakthroughs I've made, but here we are. So now, as I mentioned before, we're in our divisional heats. So we've been classified by our performances during qualifying and sorted by fastest time. I ended up being about 8th overall when we averaged together our track 1 and 2 times. I had easily the slowest track 2 times of the entire division, but my track 1 average time was in the top 5, so that kind of evened out. So I ended up kind of somewhere in the middle of Division 1 this time. As we've already mentioned with this track, it's pretty long and fast. There's a lot more straights and very few corners, so a lot less opportunity to make up time and make up for your mistakes. So we'll see how that works for us. After the division sorting, we ended up with kind of the usual suspects in Division 1. Dom, Nick, Tyler, Brian, Roland, all the usual crew, Chris. So looking forward to racing with these guys. It's been a little while since we've all been on the same night and in the same division together, so it'd be cool to go up against these guys again. Our starting order tonight was 2-3-4-1 for the division, so we got the opportunity to have the track at its best condition tonight. So we'll have it at its warmest for both races. All right, we'll do a quick tire check. Front and rear both feel not cold but not warm. So might not take me as long to get temp into this kart as usual, which is good. It's not screaming hot, so this kart probably has maybe one race on it, so hopefully it won't take too long to get this one kind of in the window. So since I'm at the end of my line, where our visor's down, since I'm at the end of the line here, I'll probably have a bit of a gap behind, so that'll be nice. Hopefully I can stick with this front group. Ahead of me is Tyler and Roland. So good guys to follow. Tyler won Division 1 last session, and he is consistently fast. I know that for a fact, so. All right, and the divisional races have begun. I'm looking forward to this. And it's really great to be out here again. Once we get sorted, the races get a little bit more manageable. traffic tends to all kind of moves at the same speed, so, or at least a similar speed, so it's a little easier to manage. And we all make space for each other, and we don't drive like jerks. Especially up in Division 1 like we are. So these first 3 laps we'll be trying to get some heat in the tires. Oh, wow, okay. So right away, really nice rotation and mid-corner grip in this kart. Quite progressive, it's not particularly snappy. Oops, a little understeer though. So we'll have to keep that in mind. This one might not be as on the nose as I like it, but we can work with it. Oh, it is quite sensitive to lifts though. It gets, oh, geez. All right, so, as I said, maybe the balance of this kart is not shifting necessarily to my liking. It's starting to wash a little wide now. Not sure where that came from, but let's try not to overdrive it. Clear behind. All right. Yeah, this kart wants to wash wide a little bit on the mid-corner now. Maybe the rear is heating up more than the front. Keep our eyes front and down the track. Looks like we're catching Tyler in 51. It's an unusual sight. Whoops, a little kiss on the wall there. All right, so this kart, you have to be a little bit progressive with your lift, maybe your throttle work. It doesn't really like a big sudden lift. Rear it wants to pop around. So, but a slow, kind of gradual lift points the nose in quite predictably. Whoops, a little too tight on that. Coming up in 85, that might be Dom Casola. Whoops. Kind of him to let me by. I don't know how Dom's ended up back here. Dom was at the front, I believe. Okay. Little too much there. I like like the... Alright, so this cart is not that snappy, but it's quite progressive and forgiving. Can work with that. I did shift the weights a little bit here. I offset the left rear weight to the rear instead of putting them both in the front slots as I normally do. I don't know if that's making a difference, but that's a nice sight line through there. I do feel like I'm catching Roland. Yeah, I could get on the throttle much earlier. Through the uphill right now. Wash wide there. Didn't like that. I might need to just be a bit more forceful on entry there. Get the front end pointed. Well, that was too big of a lift. Too much scrub there. All right, let's try to keep it a little cleaner now. All right, so let's sharper end. There you go. A little bit more forceful on entry. I don't know how I feel about that. It feels different every lap. I'm getting a lot more confident with a much earlier turn in on that hairpin left. Rear end was skipping and bouncing through there. Did not feel hooked up. That's it. So a nice sharp stab on entry, get it rotated, and then just point it straight at the apex. That felt really good. Definitely getting some temp in here now, so I think I can. Oh yeah, that felt really good. Okay, so let's start pushing now. The tires are here. much. It's all right. Can't find the lip until you push past it. We are definitely catching Brian and Roland up front. Maybe they're slowing each other down, I don't know. Oh. Yeah, this cart has a very stable rear end, so I can be a little bit more forceful on the wheel on turn in and entry. Can take it and have a nice stable mid corner. All right, that might have been a little bit too late. I did want to try that though. Last lap. Yes. Yeah, I felt really good. All right. That felt like a very well executed lap. Whoa. All right, something to remember for next race. That really tight line all the way around is there. I should have tried that. That's okay. We'll remember that for next race. In theory, it'll only get better. So, whoa, that was good. This was very encouraging performance for me on track 2. This is always my weaker track, so. Oh, playtime with the boys. This is a good time. Well, that was fun, guys. We'll be back for race 2 in probably about 30-40 minutes. This was great. I'm looking forward to seeing what the time is because that felt really good. So thank you, guys. We'll see you for race 2 in no time.